What is up, all Willfield #1 fans and viewers? This is Scott Casey Gale, Willfield #1, and today I'm going to give you my recap and review of the Purge free election year. And I thought it was a great sequel in the series. I mean, I still think the Purge Anarchy is better, but I really like this one a lot more. And I'm going to read to the back of it. Election year is the best installment of the Purge franchise. And which I sort of agree. Okay, it says, it's been 2 years since Leo Bonds, played by Frank Grillo, stopped himself from a regrettable act of revenge on Purge Night, the 12th hour of lawlessness. This year, the annual whistle comes in at the eve of a heated presidential election, with the nation deeply divided between those who are pro and anti-Purge. As head of security for Senator Charlie Rose, played by Elizabeth Mitchell, Leo's mission is to protect her from doing her controversial and contested run for president. But when a betrayal forces them onto the streets of Washington, D.C., for the one night when no help is available, they must stay alive or both be sacrificed for their sins against the state. Okay. Let's begin the recap, shall we? Here we go. The film opens on the events of the first film in 2022. A masked purger taunts a young Charlie Roan and her family. He then kills the entire family but leaves Charlie alive. 18 years later, 2 days before the Purge, riots are breaking out all over Washington, D.C., claiming that the new founding fathers are using the Purge to help their economic agenda. Likely links to the last one. This is having a great effect on the upcoming presidential election. Roan, played by Elizabeth Mitchell, now a senator, who has gained ground over the NFFA's candidate minister Edward Owens, played by Kyle Sakura. The NFFA, headed by Caleb Warrens, played by Raymond J. Berry of Justified, view Roan as a threat to their rule and plan to use the upcoming Purge to eliminate her from play. Meanwhile, Roan and Owens attend a debate, and while Owens states how America's crime rates are lowering, Roan gets a standing ovation after she declares the Purge only serves to eliminate the poor and benefit the rich and powerful. After which she then breaks security protocol by stepping into the audience. Dowdy and convenience store owner Joe Dixon, played by Michael T. Williamson, his assistant Marcos Daly, played by Joseph Julian Sawyer, and the EMT Lainey Walker, played by Betty Gabriel, watch the debate while Joe and Lainey believe she doesn't have a chance. Marcos states that she would win and make more changes. On March 20, the day before the Purge, the NFFA revokes the Purge rule that protects ranking 10 government officials appearing to attempt to regain public favor, but is actually a front to kill Roan. Joe, Marcos, and Lainey confront a teenage shoplifter named Kimmy, played by Brittany Mirabal, and her friend, played by Wani Feliz, both attempting to steal at a candy bar. Later, an enraged Joe discovers that his Purge insurance rates have been raised beyond his affordability, prompting him to stake out and guard his store. Roan decides to wait out the Purge from her unsecured home in order to secure the popular vote of the common people. Her head of security, former police sergeant Leo Bonds, played by Frank Grillo, initially disagrees with the idea but accepts her reasons. He then revamps security and has Roan's house re-secured, with new barricades and surrounded by Secret Service agents and SWAT snipers standing watch outside with Chief Cooper, played by Ethan Phillips, and Eric Busmels, played by Adam Cantor, as well as 3 more Secret Service agents partly supervising the events from indoors. Meanwhile, a group of South American tourists deploying at Dallas Airport, deploying at Dulles Airport, are interviewed by a news anchor, where the response is to join the purge. News of airports across America flooding with more tourists traveling to the United States to witness or join the purge make, make the press dub them as murder tourists. After Purge night commences, Joe and Marcos weapon an attack by the teenage shoplifters, injuring Kimmy, Laney, and a partner Dawn, played by Lisa Colon-Zayas, patrol the city in a heavily modified ambulance, rendering medical care to the wounded. Warren and Bonds are betrayed by Cooper and Busmales, who signal a neo-Nazi paramilitary force led by Errol Danziger, played by Terry Sepulveda, and secretly lead them into the household, having killed all the Secret Service agents and SWAT snipers. As the troops assassinate the 3 remaining Secret Service agents, Bonds manages to get Warren to safety but is wounded in the process. He detonates a bomb in the house, killing Cooper, Busmales, and a few troops, as Warren and Bonds navigate through the hostile streets of Washington, D.C. to seek shelter elsewhere. They are ambushed and taken captive by a group of Russian murder tourists. While the group taunts them, Marco spots the commotion, prompting him and Joe to leave the store's roof and rescue the dude. They shoot the group dead and take Bonds and Warren to Joe's store. Warren converses with the two while Marcos tries to tend to Bonds' wound. He then witnesses the teenage shoplifters returning in 2 groups, causing Joe to call Laney and Dawn for backup, who can't respond immediately, as they are treating a teenage boy named Wando, played by Jared Kemp, as Bonds, Warren, Joe, and Marcos prepare to defend themselves. Laney and Dawn arrive and run over Kimmy and a friend with their ambulance. Laney then guns down the other shoplifters before finishing off a heavily wounded Kimmy with a point-blank headshot. The group then leave the store for a safety hideout, with Bonds, Warren, Joe, Laney, Dawn, Wando, and Marcos safe in the ambulance. The group is ambushed by a helicopter piloted by Danziger, who end up killing Wando. The surviving 6 then seek refuge underneath a highway overpass, where Bonds deduces they were found. Because the bullet in his chest is checked as he extracts the bullet, a large group of Crips confront the group but calm when Joe gives the gang's trademark, "We're so calm," revealing that he was once a member in exchange for Laney. Helping the gang leader's boy, the Crips plant the bullet in another area back to the paramilitary forces. Says after telling the group to leave, when 2 Danziger's ground team members find the bullet, the Crips emerge from hiding and eliminate them. Bonds, Warren, Joe, Laney, Dawn, and Marcos are led to a hideout beneath a hospital protected by empty Purge rebels led by Dante Bishop, played by Aaron Hodge. Where volunteer doctors and nurses administer to wounded Purge victims, while other professionals supply food, water, and medicines. Joe, Marcos, and Laney decide to go back to the store, but spot several NFFA death squad trucks heading to the hideout. Meanwhile, Warren discovers the rebels are planning to assassinate Owens and try to dissuade them, as she wants to win the election fairly. They are forced to flee as Dawn alerts the entire hideout of death squad forces arriving. Bonds and Warren survive the hostile alleyways as they meet up again with the ambulance. However, before the group can escape the city, the ambulance is rammed by Danziger and Warren is seized. Warren is delivered to Owens as a midnight purge in a mass and affected NFFA captured Catholic cathedral. While Bonds and the others get chased, they meet up with Bishop and his team wherein they infiltrate the cathedral through a tunnel system. Meanwhile, at the cathedral, Owens has his friend Harmon James, played by Christopher James Baker, another NFFA lawyer, stab a man named Lawrence as a cleansing ritual for his drug addiction. Before inviting the members of the NFFA to alter to sacrifice Warren, then Owens invites Warrens to lead them in the purging. As Warren starts starts slitting her throat. Marcos assassinates him, signaling the rebels to invade the capital and cause the entire congregation to disperse and flee. In the ensuing chaos, many of the NFFA congregation are killed. Bishop captures Owens and Clifton contemplates killing him. To the protests of Warren and Bonds, while Owens grounds him to kill him, Bishop remains and spares him on the condition that Owens wins the election. As Bonds knocks Owens unconscious with Joe watching, the group also discovers a large number of bombed and gagged Purge mass sacrifice victims that Owens had slashed in the crypt. Bishop and his men decide to secure transport to leave the church, while Bonds, Warren, Joe, Leahy, and Marcos attempt to untie the captives. However, they are soon ambushed by Danzig and his mercenaries, leaving the rebel team killed and Bishop wounded. Bonds rushes out to help him, leaving Warren in the care of Laney and company. Bishop manages to dispatch the remaining mercenaries, only for Danziger to fatally shoot him. Danziger and Bonds then engage in a vicious melee combat, and the later gains the upper hand, killing Danziger. As Warren frees some of his last of Owens' imprisoned victims, James emerges from hiding and fires at the group, killing one of the newly freed victims. After incapacitating Laney and wounding Marcos, he targets Warren, but Joe steps in and emerges with a furious crossfire with James, finally killing him with a headshot before succumbing to his injuries. Joe urges Warren to win the election and tells Marcos and Laney to take care of his store. On May 20, before he dies, on May 26, 2 months after the Purge, Warren wins the presidency in a landslide. Marcos and Laney renovate the store and continue to run it in Joe's honor. While they watch news of Warren's victory, and another report indicating that the outlawing the Purge has become Warren's top priority. Further reports state that the many NFFA supporters have reacted to the election with such a violent protest in the streets as the film ends with Marcos looking at an American flag outside the store. And I would give this movie 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, way up. I really enjoyed this one. It's way better than the first. Still the Purge Anarchy is the best sequel, but I think this is the best out of all of them. I really enjoyed this, and it's a lot better than I thought it would be. So this is my review on the Purge free election year. I thought I really like Frank Grillo's character. I think his character is the best. I think his character Leo is the best character, and I really enjoyed Raymond J. Barry's cameo appearance, even though he was only in 2 scenes. I wish he was in more of the scenes. I wish he would add more parts, because Raymond J. Barry is a good actor. I loved him as Otto Gibbons and Justified. But anyway, comment down below in the comment section. Tell me, Scott K. Scale, what you thought of the Purge election year, and what you liked about it. Who was your favorite character, and what do you think is going to happen in the Purge 4? Anyway, subscribe to me, Will Film Number 1. Subscribe to my best close friends, BB717, JH Films, The Conscript 14. Subscribe to the National Wrestling Studios. Subscribe to the NWS Network. Subscribe to the NWS Gaming Channel, and subscribe to the NWS Reactions Channel. Subscribe to Global Smith Entertainment, Godzilla Hawk. Subscribe to Vince Russo. Subscribe to Sean's Grill Entertainment. Subscribe to Scorpion Death Job. And follow me on Twitter at Will for NOW. You stay classy, live long and prosper, and peace out.